What's going on, Jack Sauce? Eric here, and it is day 9. Day 9 of the 2024 Bitterpops Advent calendar. Let's get into it. Happy Monday. 9 days already into December. Hope some of you have started shopping. For the rest of us, should really start thinking about it. Or, if you're like me, you like to live dangerous, you just wait. We'll give it a couple more days. Day 9, let's get this thing rolling. What are we doing today? So yesterday we had our delicious lager, Vienna style from Goldfinger. We are back at it with an ale, oatmeal stout. Beautiful. This is from Skeleton Key Brewing. This is the One Stitch Oatmeal Stout. Awesome. I love a good oatmeal stout. I don't drink them very often, to be honest with you. It's not something I go out to the store and say, you know what I want to buy today? An oatmeal stout. But every time I have one, and it's a good one, which basically I think every one I've ever had is at least decent. I don't think a lot of people make these, or at least it's not something that I notice when I'm out and about. But I'm happy to see this. Skeleton Key themselves, another Chicago area brewery. I don't remember. I know they're in the suburbs. Brewed and packaged in Woodridge. So once again, out in the burbs. Skeleton Key. I haven't been to their brewery before, but I do know the name. The name is pretty clever because the Skeleton Key is all about unlocking any door, and they're all about unlocking the flavors. You know, so if you unlock it, you have potential limitless flavors, if you will, is what they're going for. Solid brewery, man. I haven't had a ton from them, but everything I've had is really, really good. Oatmeal stout themselves. We just had a stout a couple days ago. We talked about stout being a stronger style porter, where porters came from in England, and the port towns. The beer's brewed a little bit heavier with both light and roasted malts to give that kind of heartier flavor. It also lasts longer and whatnot. In the early 1900s, they were taking stouts and they kind of changed up the game a little bit. They needed a new creative way to advertise them in England, and what they were doing is adding things like lactose, and then they were adding things like oatmeal. Breakfast stouts became a thing, if you will, or they were starting their day. This was promoted as beer that you would start your day with because of the health benefits. So people who weren't feeling well, they would recommend an oatmeal stout, whatnot, because of the health benefits to the beer. Is that true? Well, honestly, there is a little truth to it, in the sense that oatmeal or actual stouts do have antioxidants in them. So as far as beers go, people saying beer's healthy, stouts are fairly healthy in the beer world, I guess is what you're gonna say, in moderation, of course, as they always say. It's 25 beers in 25 days moderation. I don't know. I'm having a little oatmeal with it to help me along my way. So yeah, that's really what it is. They'll do it in a couple different ways, especially in modern style. Back in the day, they basically just took oatmeal, threw it into the beer or into the mash, and called it a day. They'll still do that a little bit. They'll use flaked oats, raw oats at times, to give it kind of a heavier mouthfeel, give it that mouthfeel that's, well, heavier mouthfeel is a great way to say it. But they also roast those oatmeal notes, and that's going to bring some cool stuff out. Some really toasty grain qualities to it. Really kind of complement the kind of dry kind of coffee and barky notes that you get out of a lot of stouts. Jackson, careful around that. We can't go 2 days in a row with an interruption, buddy. Don't knock that camera over. So let's get into this, shall we? Do I have a glass? Yes. That was almost stupid. Blaming the dog, and I'm the one that was going to end up screwing everything up. All right. Let's see. Skeleton Key. What the heck is it called again? One Stitch Oatmeal Stout. All right. So, just by looking at it, oh yeah, there is a little bit of a cloudiness to it, so I think there were some flaked oats used in it, but I would venture to guess that there's definitely roasted notes to, or oatmeal notes to it as well. Oh, that's got a cool nose. So the coffee's there, but there is kind of like almost a, I guess you gotta call it roasted oatmeal, if you will. Kind of like a maple quality to it almost. Like not the sweet, sticky sweet quality you get on the nose from maple syrup, but the savory note that comes out of maple syrup, if that makes sense. That's really, there's some vanilla in there. A lot of oat. Mmm. Delicious. Oh, that's got a nice mouthfeel. So there's that heavy mouth coating quality that the oats will make for it. Definitely a little bit more bitter on the end. I don't think these, stouts are not hoppy beers by any means. There's a little bit of bitterness. And I wonder if that's just coming from some form of the oat or another adjunct they put in there. Not entirely sure, and it doesn't really say anything. But it's not like a hoppy bitter. It's a nice bitter. It's very, very good. Lots of roasted notes to it. Coffee, vanilla, a little bit of a burnt coffee sensation on the back end, but it's not. Maybe that's where I'm getting the bitterness from. It's almost like a burnt coffee sensation, but not in a bad way. Again, it's very subtle, and I think it just brings out a nice bitter and quality to it. Very cool beer. Very cool beer. Man, I can't get over that texture. It is, so as far as oatmeal stouts go, I mean, you can see some cloudiness to it, but like it's not the darkest and most opaque one I've ever seen. It is definitely like, it looks like it would be a little bit lighter, but it's really hearty on the palate. Look at me drinking healthy. Proud of myself. It's been a good day. Maybe we'll have a second beer today after all. All right, guys, that's it. That's day 9, was it? Jeez, day 9 of the 2024 Bitterpops Advent Calendar. We'll see you tomorrow as we go into double digits. Cheers, guys.